Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages. I like boobs.
You're watching The Six at 9.
Nice. Moonshock.
Only gay on TV. But if you listen to Jamiroquai, I wonder. I really do.
He's also gay after a couple beers, but
it's good thing I don't drink alcohol. So there you go.
Pterodontitis.
It's a funny story. I was working in the lab late one night, and my eyes beheld me.
I was hoping you were gonna say funny story. My grandma died.
That was a long time ago.
Wow.
And they made her a McDonald's flavor.
Hold on, I have to ask Terry, did you know who that was when I said it, or did you look it up and figure it out?
Of course I knew who it was.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know who it was. I mean, I know the
He's
song,
all-known.
obviously, but I don't remember who did it.
I didn't know who it was either. I just knew it was Monster Mash, and I looked up the guy who sung Monster Mash.
I like the Monster Mash enough that I do know who sang it.
See, that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the thing about Terry Diamantis, is that he knows everything there is to know about novelty music.
Well, the stuff that I like, I want to know as much as I can about it. It's why I will sit there reading Pokemon strategy websites. I like Pokemon. I want to know more about it. I know who sings Monster Mash because I like the song.
Yeah. And this week's special guest, the next 6 minutes.
Hello, I'm Jack Cochran, and I'm here to talk about sedan Mexicans.
I was hoping you'd say NordVPN.
Yeah.
And tonight's sponsor.
I need to
Red Shadow
update.
Legends.
So 6 is Jack Cochran as well as Camel. So as well as Will, because Will is everybody. This is getting very convoluted because
Yeah.
we're gonna need like the charts on the wall, like the Always Sunny meme
Yeah, the Charlie
to,
Evans
to,
wall.
to keep track of it all.
Those little strings that go around little pictures, you connect everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So to start with our first story, if I were to ask you guys, what's the number one problem when it comes to protesters? What would you guys say?
I would say something, but YouTube would probably ban us, so I will not.
I'll say it's that they're not activistic enough.
I will say that they're not homosexual enough.
Hey, Terry wins.
I would
There you
say baths.
I don't know. Yeah, you got close. They're not paid enough.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Adam Swart.
and pray tell, who's paying them?
Soros.
Why paying protesters?
No, it can't be him. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
you can pay protesters so long as it's not by George Soros.
Why paying
Then
protesters?
it's a conspiracy theory. Sorry.
Yes.
By paying protesters, it's good for democracy.
Oh, this guy's a total douchebag looking guy. Total beta cuck too.
Tell me, who is incentivized to pay people to do nothing all day?
I just like in chat, Cannibalistic
government.
Wizard just says Jews.
All right, our author's picture is in chat, so go take a look at this thing. Oh, he does have a big schnoz, so Cannibal might be on the right track.
Yeah, I know. I believe him.
I don't know. He just looks like a dork.
Never trust anybody that smiles like that with their teeth that are kind of just like barely touching. It's like
Look at the side. Sorry.
It's like he's smiling too hard for his jaw to keep up with it.
He looks as though he had originally a normal sized nose, and then someone took Photoshop and made it too big, slightly too big to actually be believable.
Well, I just actually mentally pictured him with those two little nose slits that Voldemort had. Like you lose the nose and then put in like nose slits. Hey, look, It's the man.
If
I
he
don't
doesn't
know,
chew on stuff, his teeth keep growing. Alright. It's elected officials, lawyers, talk show hosts, professors, and nonprofit group leaders are among the leading voices shaping public opinion on key issues. They wield significant influence over public policy, and the viewpoints they express publicly help shape public opinion. Some of these leaders are honest, others are not. Some make arguments in good faith, others do not. Some effectively advocate for the communities they purport to represent, others do not. That may all be up for debate, and it is up to those who vote for them, hire them, or pay them to judge their performance. However, one thing that cannot be debated: they are all paid for their services. Whether it's a nonprofit leader earning $50,000 per year, or someone like Joe Rogan who secured a $200 million contract, these people are all compensated for advocating for causes they purport to believe in.
Yeah, it's because they bring in revenue. They bring in money, and so they are paid according to the service they provide.
It's just because they say their opinions.
They do something of value. Joe Rogan has a broadcast with commercials that brings in revenue.
Yeah,
No,
that's the whole point of him being on that platform, is that he brings in money for the company.
He has actual talent instead of stand, hold sign, shout.
Well, yeah, so go ahead, Jack. I'll make my
He
point.
has thoughts of his own that he portrays onto the public. He is not told what to say. Although then again, maybe I'm being naive. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, my point is, I mean, yes, he says whatever he wants, obviously, but the company's not going to pull him from the platform. He's too big of a moneymaker for them. You know, why would you shoot yourself in the foot just to maintain these stupid, I don't know, platitudes that the left likes to pull, or even the woke crowd? Now, who gives a shit what he says? If he's bringing in money, that's all that matters for a lot of these companies. So who gives a damn?
Well,
Let
I
the
think
guy say what he wants.
it ultimately depends. Are they getting more money from allowing him to say what they want, or are they getting more money from censoring him? Someone as big as Joe Rogan, they're getting more money from letting him say what he wants.
Yeah.
Someone like I don't know, but someone less famous, then they're just going to say, look, we get more money from virtue signaling to BlackRock than letting them speak, so fuck them. We don't care.
Oh God!
But why can't they pay me to talk about my opinions on McDonald's McFlurry flavors?
The grandma flavor?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love how they automatically associate old people with butterscotch. It's like, hey, look, you want a Werther's original?
Grandma's
Actually, I like them. They're actually pretty good.
Grandma's
Yeah, they
McFlurry. It's formaldehyde flavored.
How do you think we preserve them for so long? It's the greatest flavor ever.
Yeah.
Why are the cups all dusty?
Yet, when everyday Americans are paid to protest or express their opinions and beliefs, somehow it becomes a sordid affair. It's a double standard, it seems, with the right to free expression only being permissible when it comes to our paid leaders. For
Is
everyday...
this going to be... Hold on. Is this going to be another thing where somebody conflates free speech and getting paid?
It's only free if you get paid.
Yeah.
What?
If money is withheld from you, then you're being denied your free speech. Remember that article from a while back?
Yeah. I try not to.
For everyday Americans, the sheer joy of advocating for the change they want to see, or the issues that they support, should be its own reward. Being compensated for those beliefs means you can't possibly believe in what you're advocating for, right? Wrong.
Oh, and I'm going to say this now to answer Terry in chat. Shut up. It's not pretty old. It's just old. Pretty old is 60.
No. You're past middle age, so I mean.
Oh, so you're saying I'm on the downswing?
Well, I mean.
It's only down from here.
You're already over the hill. You're gonna die.
No, like. Yeah, you're past middle age, that counts as old. As
Okay,
far as
fine.
I'm concerned.
40 is old. 50 is very old. No, wait, pretty old. 60 is very old. 70 is.
When you get to 60, because 50 is pretty old, 60 is old, 70 plus is very old.
Do you
80
need
is Grandma McFlurry.
80 is like, just consider yourself dead.
Do you need to be directed places by a bunny?
Yes.
Oh my god. Hey, I just want to be 65 so I can get senior citizen discounts. So but I still got 15 years on that shit, so I got plenty of time.
I will be looking forward to turning 65 in terms of financial benefits as well. that will be good. I think I only have to wait till 60, but yeah, I get money when I turn 60.
Well, it's funny because I mean I should have received stuff from AARP a long time ago, but I haven't received anything yet. So apparently they don't know I exist.
Oh,
yeah. Heck, my older brother, he actually got AARP stuff, and he turned like 45. I'm like, damn, you guys really go after these folks, don't you?
The reality is, protesting requires commitment, physical commitment, mental commitment, and a time commitment. Protesters endure challenging conditions, whether it's the weather or hecklers who disagree with your beliefs.
Or retardation.
But more importantly, they need to commit time to showing up, a luxury that not everyone has.
People with jobs.
For the person who is paid hourly and cannot afford to take off from work, being compensated suddenly allows them to become an active participant and a voice for change on something they believe in, rather than a silent and passive voice.
I'm sorry, but if you believe in something, then you should be willing to do it for free. If you really believe in it.
Right. That's the belief thing. Now, if if there's any sort of commerce, if you're giving money to somebody or you're taking money from somebody, that's more of an organized religion in my mind.
Well, I mean, hey, it's even worse than that because I mean, at least people who go to church don't get paid. You know what I mean?
No, they pay the church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They actually believe in something so much that they give money to it.
Yeah, some people actually tithe their paychecks for the church too.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Also, well, I wonder if.
Go ahead, Frosted. Sorry.
I wonder if there would be like anti-discrimination law when it comes to paying for protesting. So like you can get paid to do like a Westboro Baptist thing. Where you're like holding the sign that says "fags go to hell" at a funeral.
They're doing something they believe in.
Yeah, I'm protesting.
So I get this image of like the punch clock that they walk up and then they.
The thing is that. This person is being very disingenuous, obviously. We all know that the author is thinking of leftist protesters. And that if it was people on...
The medium also being disingenuous, I don't think that sounds right.
That was such a hot take.
Well, a leftist be it.
Yeah.
Why did you just lick my tongue, dog? That was
We're now 2% less Jewish because of you, Jack.
Whoa! Yes, you only get 4 points on that star.
I realize that it's obvious, but it needs to be said.
Yeah, I know.
Instead of 2 triangles, you get 2 squares.
Those who oppose the paid protesters' position could use the mere fact that paid demonstrators were present as a way to delegitimize the entire cause.
Well, okay, real quick, who pays people to protest?
George Soros.
Well,
what is the incentive structure?
Yeah.
In order to pay, that's what I want to know. Because the thing is that all the jobs that they're talking about earn revenue at some capacity in order to justify the paycheck. A protester doesn't earn jack shit.
Also,
so what are they doing in order to justify someone paying them?
It would be kind of funny because then, like, every protest would be 99% homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
They would be
could
the easiest people
basically
to
like
recruit.
you could basically throw $1,000 at some homeless people, get 20 homeless people marching outside all day, basically saying whatever you want them to say.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
but
what was that line from the first South Park movie where they got that homeless guy to get them tickets into the Terrence and Phillip? He was like, "Hey, Miss Homeless Guy, if you don't want $10, then buy yourself a bottle of vodka."
Mhm.
then be my guest.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and like the obvious thing is that if this were the case, then protesting would have no impact because it doesn't mean that a lot of people support whatever it is. It just means that someone who's rich supports it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, that would be the only person who would actually pay protesters, especially if it's some kind of a political message.
Yeah, but what kind of rich person would pay protesters?
Well, to use the answer I got already, George Soros.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it because I was starting to sound like a broken record, but yeah.
Yeah, and frankly, it's pretty anti-Semitic, Moon. That's messed up.
Yeah.
You know,
Why do you hate
not
the
care.
Jews, Moon?
You know,
Hey, you're the
What
one
the
who makes
Jews
sick
ever do
leave.
to you?
you know
You're
what's
the one who
really,
makes six leave, Jack.
you know, they actually pulled that Europa movie off of one of the film database, not IMDb, but there's another film database website. They pulled that movie completely off.
Do you think Six realized that he'd just been here for longer than 6 minutes? He's like, oh shit, my time's up.
I was gonna say he's gone. He just got dumped.
Let me just DM him real quick.
I wouldn't say that I hate them, Tier. I honestly, I don't. I'm one of those kind of people that has no opinions about. I mean, you have to actually get on my good or bad side for me to care one way or the other. Otherwise, I nothing you. You know, that's my thing. If I don't know you, if I don't know your whatever cause or faction standing, whatever, I just nothing you. I don't really
Yeah, you
don't
can have a
care.
six again.
Yeah, Moon's apology brought Six back.
Okay, okay.
Aw.
You guys, you got my 2% Jew blood boiling
go.
with all your anti-Semitic. Okay, here's the thing about George Soros that
Oh
I'll
dear
that I'll-
God. Six.
My-
Wait,
my
hold on. Before you
observation.
go there, you're so good. You're almost 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I thought 6 was scared of 7 because 7, 8, 9.
Well, yeah,
No.
that's why he's not 7 because 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, but you said he's almost there. He doesn't want to become a cannibal. He doesn't want to become a cannibal.
that was,
Or else
seven
I'd
was
start
seven's a
really enjoying
degenerate. 7,
this.
8 ass.
If I were to become a cannibal, if I were to graduate to 7, I would really enjoy a new Grandma's flavored McFlurry from McDonald's.
Oh my God, you and your
If-
spokesperson.
If Six became a cannibal, he'd be the best one. He'd be a fine young cannibal.
There you go.
Yeah.
And she would drive him crazy.
Yeah, that Grandma's McFlurry.
Let's see. Okay, in fact, both right and left-wing groups have used the mere contention of paid protesters, whether true or not, to delegitimize the opposing view. One common sentiment from opponents of incentivized protesters is that it is, by its very nature, deceptive because it serves to delude policymakers about public support on an issue.
That's
The
true.
reality is that people may always have various motivations for participating in protests. They may intend to post a photo on social media, or gain favor with a union or political group. Being financially compensated for attending a protest is simply one other reason for attending, and should not malign
Yeah,
the attendees.
so if you had 1,000 people marching with signs and everything, and you discovered that none of them actually believed what they were saying and just wanted money, would you think
well-
that a legitimate protest?
Well, if the protesters are paid, then it's definitely not a legitimate protest.
Well, look at it this way. Look at it this way. The activism and protesting is a wonderful way to distract one's parents from being really, really awful sore at some kid for getting fired from Cinnabon.
If
Well,
if you are completely unincentivized aside from your belief in a subject, then no matter what, you at least have that going for you when you protest. But if you're financially incentivized, it makes questionable everything else.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no, you see, Jack, they get fired from Cinnabon, so they have to have some sort of like massive explanation as to why they've been fired by Cinnabon. And activism and belief in a subject is something that they can fall back on, or at least appear to fall back on.
But Cinnabon is
and be-
yummy.
And being able to post a photo on social media is exactly as incentivizing as being paid.
Yes, of course.
I don't know. To me, it's just not. If you want to go on a crusade, go on a crusade. But if you get paid to go on a crusade, to me, it's just not legitimate.
Well, let's see. Here's it's. I get paid to do the wild thing.
Mhm.
You dick.
That's being financially compensated for attending a protest is simply one other reason for attending, and should not malign the attendees' motivations or the legitimacy of the views they are espousing.
Yes, it should.
No, it says right there it shouldn't. When you take a step back to consider the idea that paying people to protest delegitimizes a cause, you're forgetting one crucial thing. People are unlikely to attend protests for causes they disagree with, regardless of whether they are being compensated.
Sure
Do you
they
really?
will. If you give me enough money, I would protest a lot of things that I didn't give a shit about.
Yeah. I mean, if I was being paid to go to a leftist protest, I would just make an ironic billboard to make the cause look stupid and go.
Or it doesn't even remember that this person's trying to present a black and white dichotomy here. You don't have to necessarily attend a protest you hate. You can just attend a protest you're indifferent towards.
No, I think it would be awesome to go to an abortion protest, carry a sign that says "Fuck you, the baby had it coming."
Well, I mean,
It was self-
technically,
it was
when it does come
self-defense.
to when it does come to protests about abortions, it should be a Black Lives Matter protest.
No, but what Frosted was saying about making them look stupid, come up with signs that appear to support the cause if you're an idiot, but if you've actually got any sort of common sense, you can see that you're taking it so extreme that it makes them look ridiculous.
Let's see. Okay. Do you really think a Black Lives Matter activist would attend a Back the Blue rally or vice versa?
Yes.
If they were getting paid, sure. Absolutely.
With a hot labor
Are you
market,
Are you kidding me? These are people that grift left and right everywhere they can. If they can get a piece of income for doing nothing, they will do it.
Yeah, that is true.
They're pieces of shit. Candace Owens made a career off of it.
I was going to use her as an example too.
with a hot labor market like the one we have right now, it is unreasonable to suggest someone would abandon their convictions just for a paid protesting job, when many are readily available.
People never betray their principles for money. Never once happens.
This is
you're willing to sell your entire government down the line just so you can get Gibbs. Fuck off.
Damn it, Terry. Climate change is real.
Don't reveal their secrets, Jack.
I like the no one would abandon their convictions to get paid. This is the equivalent of, you think someone would go on the internet and lie?
Exactly.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's just like a 3-year-old's like innocent view of life. Why is one person by default able to express their opinion for compensation more than another? Is it because they have a large following? Or perhaps because we have put our trust in them, and therefore their beliefs must reflect those of the general public, and by them acting as a vehicle for delivering the public's opinion, they're entitled to compensation? Or can they do it simply because it's their job, and they have to earn their millions somehow?
If you have enough people willing to pay you for your opinion, then you can share your opinion for money. If no one wants to pay you to hear your opinion, then you can't. It's pretty simple.
Paid protesters serve the same purpose as any advocate, as a vehicle for those who fund them to make their voices heard. Whether it's a single wealthy benefactor, a union, a corporation, or a group of corporations ultimately paying the bill, the means and the purpose are no different from other forms of advocacy and should be treated as such.
Kyler in chat, apparently you don't exist. He's saying that for $500 a day plus expenses, he'll protest anything. No, you don't exist, Kyler. The article is pretty clear that people like you wouldn't exist.
So here's my take on this: is that these paid, quote unquote, paid protesters are exactly like these expats, these foreign nationals that saunter around China and shill for the CCP unabashedly. I mean, that they could be walking by this rusting hulk and still give it like high praise. This is high technology and all this shit. You don't see the field of burning e-vehicles. No.
I legitimately wouldn't sell out my principles for money, but only because I already have money. Like if I was in a situation where I needed money, then probably you tell me that you'll give me, $500 to attend a, abortion rally. Like for $500, if I need the money, I guess, yeah.
I'll take your money off your hands if you want to be poor. I won't complain.
Terry, nobody wants money enough that they would protest for something they don't truly believe in.
No, but I'm Australian. I don't exist, so I'm allowed to be like that.
Well, he is on an island of criminals, so that's dirty money.
And the one comment is, do you really think a Black Lives Matter activist would attend a Black Back the Blue rally? And they just say, yes, I do.
Yeah, nice. And who was it? Cannibalistic, I think, said, I've got Australian money, that's worthless. Not in Australia, but as long as I don't go anywhere else, my money is fine.
It's like itchy and scratchy itchy and scratchy land. AUS not accepted here.
No, it's the opposite way. In itchy and scratchy land, itchy and scratchy dollars were not accepted anywhere. And that was the joke, because Homer spent $1,500 on itchy and scratchy dollars, and nowhere took them.
All right. Well, with the end of the first game, with the end of the first article comes the first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition, where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys fill in those words Mad Lib style, and the chat votes on which one is best. All right. So, Jack, I need a male person.
Do you even have to ask? You know the answer. It's Michelle Obama.
Yeah, let's see. Moon, I need an adjective.
Would perverted be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go. Perverted.
Okay,
but as
Terry,
always, if it doesn't fit, then you must have quit.
Yeah.
That's what I say to all my dates. All right, Terry, I need a past tense transitive verb.
Assaulted.
2 peanuts were walking down the Strasse.
6, I need a person.
Person. Jimmy Carter.
All right. Okay, let's see. Moon, give me a living thing, plural.
How about... No, that wouldn't work. No, that wouldn't work either. I really want to say it, but it wouldn't fit. Terry, slang term for gay people.
Faggots.
There you go.
Did you forget the word faggots?
No, I just didn't want to say it.
A little too close to home.
He had to ask a friend.
Well, I am on TV, aka the internet, so yes, that would be a little too close to home right now.
Good.
Let's see. So, Terry, give me an adjective.
Slippery.
Perverted and slippery. If it doesn't fit, apply lube.
Yeah.
Good one.
6, give me a living thing.
A living thing. That would be Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's a group of living things, so...
Yeah, that would be living things plural.
Okay, so singular. Singular living thing. Swamp Thing.
All right. Okay, and Jack, give me a past tense transitive verb.
Well, I have to go with the universal opinion of Jimmy Carter, and that is sucked.
All right. So let's see. Jack's is... Michelle Obama says, I'm not like other faggots. Is that a compliment?
Yes! Yes!
Very nice.
Oh yeah. See, my word rounded that out perfectly. Thank you, Terry.
Let's see. Moons. Why perverted women crave slippery sex. Understanding the psychology behind it.
Oh my god. Slippery sex.
Let's see. Terry's. I was assaulted by a swamp thing when I was a trans homeless kid.
By a swamp thing. I would just cross out the A and swamp thing assaulted me. Wait,
All right.
a trans homeless kid? What?
And 6. Jimmy Carter killed and sucked a cat on the street.
Gross. Sorry, but Jack wins. If Jack doesn't get 100%, I will be very surprised.
Well, I want to vomit now.
That,
Come on, everybody sucks a pussy cat on the street after they kill them.
I'm voting for 6 because it's a good answer and it's not Jack.
Oh, biased.
Well, I mean, that's the rules. You don't vote for Jack.
True. Sorry, I voted for Jack.
That's a news headline I'd like to see. Jimmy Carter kills and sucks cat.
Is he finally dead or is he still alive?
Somehow, beyond all statistical probability, he is still alive.
Well, I heard some joke that Jimmy Carter will live until some crusade that he's going on for Africa is over. I don't remember what it was exactly, but
is he trying to retake the Holy Lands? Because that's
isn't
in
he
the
a
Middle
pastor
East.
though, or isn't he like an ordained minister or something like that? Is Swamp Thing a new slang for politician?
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Must be all the cat sucking. I agree with De La Hayes. That's what's keeping him alive.
That could be. That could be.
And
we only was appropriate for 6 too, since he has.
And we have less than half the number of likes as we do viewers.
Oh, you people!
How dare!
Unless you want Jimmy Carter to suck your cat, I suggest you hit like. Yeah, let's see. Give it a couple seconds, but it looks like Jack's in the lead with 53%.
Rigged.
6, do you make a mean tamale?
I wouldn't say mean. I would say more
Friendly.
grumpy.
See, the peculiar thing about this game is that I don't really consider the first person, the first answer to be the one that wins it. It's the second word that wins the round.
Hey, that's me.
Well, ideally, they complement each other.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you can't compliment someone if you're the first one to go.
Well, that's kind of why I chose that one, because the first word was Michelle Obama. So I'm like, that would probably fit.
Exactly.
But you get a chance to do a first word and a second word. So
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that it's. I would say that the second one weights it whether as to whether or not you win the round.
Yeah, who cares? But 6, chicken or beef?
I would say chicken is the easier one to make.
Really? Oh,
It's
okay.
that means I can blame my 10% of the vote on 6 for giving me Swamp Thing.
all right. Let's see. All right. So yeah, Jack wins with 52%. All right.
Having 6 on your team is kind of like having the guy in Family Feud who doesn't understand how the game works.
Dude, Richard Dawson was the best host ever on that show.
Have you seen me play Quiplash?
You just reminded me of one of my favorite Family Feud moments. Where the prompt was something like something that women can never fit into, or like something that women understand but men don't. And he goes, Texas.
Mine was the
never
legendary.
understand Texas.
Mine was the legendary one where Richard Dawson completely cracked the hell up. It was like, during what month does a woman show that she's pregnant? And this person said September. I mean, he could not stop laughing. I mean, he lost it several times and had to hold the counter on the next person because he just couldn't say the prompt. And he just cracked up laughing before he could finish the prompt.
I think they need to lean into it and just exclusively cast retards.
Well, the second person, Richard actually said when she gave another stupid answer, he goes, "Where the hell did they find you people anyway?"
Oh, what about at what time of day is it darkest? And you, being the genius that you are, said nighttime.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that.
Well, if we keep going on this, we're going to go on forever. So,
the cannibal said right, naked grandma.
So for the before I show the next article, say you guys are at a restaurant. What do you think is the proper percentage to tip?
0.
Well, in Australia, you don't tips.
as a general rule, I do 20.
Depending on how good the service is. I mean, today I probably tipped some guy about 22%.
Fuck you! It's not my job to pay your wages.
I'm a bit on the cheap side. I go about 15.
Well, it turns out that Terry is the only one here who's not racist.
Thank you.
What?
Because tipping is a vestige of the Jim Crow era. It's time to abolish it.
Well, is this that Cindy Steinberg bitch? We've already seen this freaking person. I'm not going to put her picture in there anymore.
Yeah, we don't need to see another picture of her. We know.
Yeah. Screw that bitch.
Gee, what does Cindy Steinberg look like, Moon?
I have no idea. Perhaps I should get her picture. Oh, wait. Never mind. I have vetoed that decision. Have a nice day.
Capitalism and white supremacy had a baby, and it's ruining dining out for historically tipping disadvantaged Pippic.
Well, obviously something had a baby, and it sure as fuck wasn't you, bitch.
I'm surprised it wasn't aborted.
She should have been. Oh, I'm sorry. I say that.
Well, no, because she's white. It's only black people that get abortions.
Correction. She's a self-hating white.
No, I think she. I think her logic is that she considers herself a Jew, so therefore she's not white.
Oh, okay.
Because she's very pro-Jew. Let's see. Okay. The storied institution that is the Western restaurant is often seen as an example of capitalist overabundance, with its overworked proletariat workers serving as potent symbol of capitalist oppression. Now there's a quiet racial reckoning happening across the country's diners to deal with painful racial trauma still being kept on life support. Through insistence...
You know what I just realized? The Jew is advocating for paying less money. Of course she is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Through insistence on the outmoded practice of tipping.
By any chance, has this bitch ever written an article that says socialism is far better than capitalism?
Probably.
Because, I mean, capitalist oppression, fuck you. You live in a capitalist country. Yet you want to do nothing. Oh, wait, I forgot this is medium. She wants to do nothing but bitch about it. It was like, oh my God, this capitalist country is so terrible. Then move. No one's forcing you to stay here.
I think the fact that she used the term proletariat is a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
I'm surprised she didn't just say. Oh.
No, I think she should go give North Korea a visit. I think she'd like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said in another stream. I'm like, if you don't like the way we do it here, go visit a fucking country like North Korea or China.
Yeah,
see just how much it is.
Saying the word proletariat is basically one step short of using the word bourgeoisie.
So in this picture, Moonshock, that you don't want to show me, does she have any bread in it? I know the question is, it said bread in the
bread
line.
lines, you get the bread.
The act of tipping has a long and complicated history. Originally popularized in the Jim Crow era as a way to help maintain social hierarchy between white and black people, tipping has been used.
That's right. Go ahead, continue.
Tipping has been used to exploit women and workers of color for decades.
I highly doubt that.
You're never going to convince me to tip, so you can just stop trying, Cindy.
Well, in some countries, tipping is considered an insult.
And I looked it up, and it actually gained popularity during the Great Depression, because then it allowed businesses to pay their workers less.
Yeah,
of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, rely on the customers to pay more of what you should be paying. There you go.
That's why I said, fuck you. It's not my job to pay your wage. It's the restaurant's job to pay the waiters, not mine.
Well, they don't do that here. They actually pay the minimum, and they expect the rest as tips.
Yeah, but that's insane. It's not my job to pay you. I pay for the food I eat. What the restaurant does with that, up to them. If you don't like the amount of money you're getting, talk to them, not me.
While the racialized harm of tipping isn't an issue for the restaurant industry to deal with alone, every industry that has normalized tipping has been colonized by tentacles of exploitation and white supremacy. Activists believe that the practice should be targeted at the root.
She says as she gets home from Red Lobster after having tipped 20%.
I'm just picturing like she goes to a restaurant and has a black waiter, and it's like, you know, oh, you're black? No tip for you.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, I'm
fighting white supremacy for you.
That's right.
I've been jipping the darkies for decades, doing my
True ally.
They say that just like every other aspect of white supremacy, tipping is bad for everyone. Customers, servers, and employers alike. Even white people can hurt from it, though indirectly. To put it in simpler terms, tipping is a customary embodiment of white supremacy, and it's time that we abolish it. Thankfully,
this fucking bitch is so racist. She doesn't capitalize white, yet she does black. Isn't she also the one that is like? Isn't she married or dating a black dude too? I think that we learned that in some other article that she posted.
I haven't seen mention of her being with a black guy, and
okay, that must have been another article.
And I'm about 100% sure she would mention it.
Or she has a legion of cats.
Black Lives Matter. Fucking glass.
My God, Tier. Fuck, I'll get you a picture of this skank already.
There are a couple of articles she's written about her marriage, but we haven't gotten to them yet.
Was it Kathy Steinberg or some shit like that?
Cindy
Steinberg, thank you.
And don't do what Tier wants. I mean, you've posted her picture like 10 times by now. If he doesn't know what she looks like, that's his fault.
Well, I also have a big problem because she puts her fucking pronouns in her title as well.
Well, of course she does.
Hey, look, I'm a she, her. I don't really fucking care. And she also has a picture that says, the future is female. What do you...
She's a medium author. Of course she does the pronoun bullshit.
No, and she probably has her freaking dildo all sorts of places for what's-her-face, Kathleen Kennedy.
Thankfully, things are starting to change as black folks in their...
Did you notice that Medium has a rainbow title now?
Yeah. I mean, of all the
Harry,
places
you can say
to
the
do
word
it,
again if you want.
Faggot.
Thankfully, things are starting to change as black folks and their allies are emboldened to learn their history and to learn the dark truth about tipping.
Well, why is it going to be a dark truth, hey?
Yeah, and
You're the racist, Cindy.
is it just the tip?
It turns out it's not just a city in China. In case you're not an
Seen
American,
her several times before.
Oh, we pissed off Six again.
yeah.
Oh, I'm not putting that up again. Sorry.
Oh, wait. Okay, he's back.
Hey, Six.
Yes.
That link to this woman's picture is in chat. It was so bad it kicked you out of the stream.
I noticed that. That was so this image may be cursed.
In case
She
you're
looks
not
boring.
In case you're not an American or you don't go out often, I'll explain the basics of the tipping system for you. In restaurants, servers who do basically all of the work in restaurants are paid mostly based on tips, and tips are in large part based on the socioeconomic status of the customer.
Oh, for God's sake, she's making these fucking people sound like nurses. Oh, they're the nurses, but not the doctors. You talk to the nurses more than you do the doctors, so they must be just like them.
She's got boring white girl face.
So she'd be like a Kentucky 5 or a California 2.
Well, she's insane, so that kind of counts against her.
Yeah, that knocks out about 7 points, so she's probably like a -2.
And it shouldn't be a surprise to readers that BIPICs are historically disadvantaged tippers. Know what happens next? Exactly. The perfect storm for white supremacy's most pernicious tentacle to shoot out of the ground. Discrimination.
No,
Am I the only one who doesn't understand the point this author's trying to make at all?
Well, she could have ended that entire paragraph after the word exactly. Know what happens next? Exactly.
To me, all I'm getting is something else is racist. That's the point I've gotten from this article.
Her basic claim is that black people get fewer tips because of systemic racism.
Oh, we're going to find out the problem with it.
She looks like every chick that I've seen dressed like an elf at Christmas.
This thing is racist. Why? Because I said so.
No, that's why. I'll tell you why. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, can't you guys see the plastic ears on her and the red conical hat? And
oh my God, she's a machine
pearl
elf.
green.
It all makes sense.
Well, I'm also waiting for that meme of Dave Chappelle as that crack guy. He's like, y'all got any more of that systemic racism?
Which is precisely what small business owners, restaurateurs cling to this term like a life raft despite being multi-millionaires.
No, they're not.
Want.
They're not.
No.
They are not even close.
They're all multi-millionaires. They have homes in the Caymans.
Do you have any idea the failure rate of restaurants? It's
0%.
high.
Especially ones that
0%.
aren't franchises.
It's
So
0%
many
unless
restaurants fail.
No. It's 0% unless the owner is black, in which case it's 100% because of the systemic racism in America.
Yes. And
Guys,
The restaurant business is perilous. The overheads are razor thin.
Thank you.
guys, she looks like the chick that would spray you with the perfume in Macy's against your will.
Yeah. Yes.
Matter she's the one that has the perfume on so freaking thick you can smell it like 4 rows over.
I'm thinking she's more like no perfume, no deodorant. And
She's French?
And no shaving.
But honestly,
so she's a protester.
If you want to give waitresses and wait staff and whatever a standard a flat earning rate and say no tips, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But let's not pretend the restaurant business is cushy or anything. It's not. It's really not.
Six, the perfect response to your comment there just then would
What was that?
elicit that giant one of all those black people standing around. They're going, oh, and then that one black guy walks across the bottom of it. He's like, oh, yeah.
I would.
Perfect for perfect response to what you said.
Oh, thank you.
And if you really want to know, if you really need to know just how bad it is, just think, how many restaurants do you know of that closed forever in 2020?
0.
Well, that's because they made their millions and then left.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. You know what I think part of the problem might be? She's conflating the business and the person. So, like, the business might be worth over $1 million, but the actual person doesn't necessarily, because that's all invested in maintaining the business. It's not personal money that
It's
they can
invested in
access.
personally keeping down the darkies.
Well, we all know
that's
that
acceptable.
A business's value is speculative. It doesn't mean that its liquidity is that
Exactly,
much.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, a deep dive of the McDonald's Corporation found that they make more money off of real estate than they do anything else.
So they are like the communist Chinese.
Yes.
That have this industry where you can build a fuck ton of housing out in the middle of the goddamn nowhere. Nobody bats a fucking eye. Nobody lives there. There are entire fucking cities out there in the middle of China. Nobody lives there, but people still build these fucking things. Why? Because they have to.
Yeah, I mean, China's got the largest amount of empty homes in the entire world.
Except for Whack Whack.
Well, of course, because we have to have justice for Whack Whack. And don't forget to go to Frosted Store and get your Justice for Whack Whack merchandise right now.
That's right. Linked in the pinned comment or chat or whatever it is.
Hashtag Frosted did nothing wrong.
Firstly, the white servers focus on white customers, leaving black customers abandoned while the white capitalist doesn't need to pay much in wages.
Clearly.
Secondly, the black customers faced with less than stellar service tip less because they received an inferior service.
What?
Then, as a result of the rightfully small tip to the white supremacist servers, black people are faced with awful stereotypes and even pressured into giving up more of their money. Everybody wins, except folks of color.
Is this woman implying that every white person that is a server is a complete racist, white supremacist KKK member?
Of course.
I'm like, does she unironically think that it's like the Dave Chappelle bit? I'll have, let me guess, the chicken.
If the first Space Jam with Michael Jordan, when I first saw, because they were going back to his house, and he goes, "What's for dinner?" And then his mom says, "Chicken and collard greens." Like, wow! And this is probably, since he's the star, it's obviously going to be leaning more toward the black side. But it's like, holy fucking shit! Can you stereotype more?
I mean, I think I might be partially black because I like fried chicken and watermelon.
Oh, I love watermelon and I love fried chicken. So I mean,
I'm part black.
But collard greens?
And
I love watermelon, chicken, and collard greens.
Oh, you are such a black person.
I don't know why you would put a collar on greens, so that sounds absurd to me. But
and
I will trust you that the collar adds to the flavor.
Well, if you don't put the collar on the greens, then they run away.
Whoa,
that makes sense. Okay, now I understand.
Tyr's a black guy that doesn't like watermelon. Sorry, dude, you are no longer black.
Well, he also didn't.
Tyr is voting for.
He's like very not black.
Turtleneck greens.
Yeah.
Did you get all that? If not, I'll explain more below. But the important thing to note here is that the system of tipping is literally designed from top down, whether deliberately or accidentally, to actively harm black people.
What?
What? How is it designed to hurt black people accidentally? If it's designed to do it, it's not accident.
There's a difference between accidental and intentional.
I just want to know what the hell this woman is smoking, because holy fucking shit, is she disillusioned.
Okay,
she doesn't understand the concept of intent.
Apparently not.
Evolved Potato is telling me that collard greens are just kale. So I'm glad that I've never tried them then, because that sounds awful.
Ugh.
Tipping reinforces a form of slavery. Slavery in America never went away. In fact,
What?
man, I'm going down to the nearest market right now.
No shit.
In fact,
I'm going to TGI Fridays and pick me up some servers because, damn it, I need some work done around the house.
Well, I mean, didn't you see on Twitter that rapper Future is apparently at the TGI Fridays?
I mean, maybe I need to visit my local Popeyes and be like, "Hey, you belong to me now. Get over here. Do my work."
I think that might be why Tia keeps playing Pokemon against me. He just thinks I own him and he has to. That makes sense now.
I mean, to be fair, I would like to see what happens if Moon goes down to a Popeyes and says something racist.
Well,
Moonshock enters the Popeyes. Yo, nigga, what's up?
what's up, my brother? Come on over. Let's go home. I own you now.
In fact, the enslavement of African American people and other disadvantaged peoples is
They're
perhaps
black
worse in the 21st century than it ever was before the white savior freed the slaves.
So wait, are you saying that it never went away?
It's even worse now, meaning I think we should get rid of the 13th Amendment because apparently it was better before.
So Django Unchained 2 is going to be set in an Applebee's.
Now, I mean,
maybe it would be a good movie then.
I actually have a direct descendant. I am a direct descendant of Stonewall Jackson. So I guess that means I'm entitled to slaves then, right?
Can I just say, I don't get what the hate boner for Quentin Tarantino is all about. There are a lot of people who have a serious hate boner for that guy, and I just don't get it.
He's just incredibly overrated.
Interesting segue.
No, I can agree with that. But, I like Reservoir Dogs. I like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of his other stuff, but those two are decent movies.
I like his movies. I find them to be very quotable. They're not my favorite movies ever, but I like them. They're very serviceable.
Everybody slow down. Everybody slow down. I know we're talking about tipping and white supremacy and slavery and all that, but Jack would like to talk about Quentin Tarantino. Go ahead.
Well, Frosted brought it up.
I hate the dialogue, and there's too much artsy for the sake of artsy shit in there.
But when you said that he was quotable, I was going to point out that he didn't actually make American Sniper.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but he did himself say "dead nigger storage."
That is true.
How dare him?
In the 19th century, black people had families, a roof over their heads, and fresh food to eat from the farm. Nowadays, their white capitalist owners only pay a meager $7.25 per hour and expect black folks to pay for their own housing, food, childcare, health insurance, and so on.
Well, so she's unironically saying that they were better off as slaves.
Yeah.
This is the 21st century. They should be able to get everything that their white masters can give them or that their white masters make. So you have equal opportunity. Haven't you ever heard of that?
Cards for voting.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
I see what you did there.
I gotta say, trying to get rid of racism by bringing back slavery, that's an interesting move.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
Let's see if it pays off.
But it's
if they want to, I'm not going to stop them.
But it's so much worse for restaurant workers of color.
No, for God's sake.
Or RWOC for short.
Yeah.
RWOC. Can we just call them WOCs, workers of color?
In America, service workers who receive tips aren't even paid that meager $7.25 mentioned earlier.
Yes, they are. They have to. He's talking $7.25. Okay, but the next sentence makes sense then. Go ahead.
The federal minimum wage for tipped workers is only $2.13 per hour. So there's no arguing against the fact that, yes, that is a form of slavery.
To you, perhaps.
The purpose of slavery is that it's not voluntary.
Plus, you don't pay your slaves.
So where is the line exactly when it goes from slavery to a job? Because apparently it depends on the
Money.
dollar amount.
$7.25 is a job. $2.13 is slavery, and then
When you ask a communist, they don't think there's a difference.
Oh my God.
that is actually true.
They just need about $3.50.
Oh. Well,
That would be good. They should raise the minimum wage to $3.50 for tipped workers for that reason and no other.
plus, what this stupid woman is leaving out is the fact that a lot of people that make or they work for tips plus that little extra minimum wage, they make a shitload in tips, more than they would ever make if they were just sat at the minimum wage
Oh yeah, no.
alone.
All the people who talk about abolishing tipping in the US, the group that is most against it is the restaurant workers.
Yes, because
Yeah,
they
like,
make a lot in tips.
Like when
Yeah.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they when they're preparing to open up Casa Bonita, and they say like we're going to raise the wages of the waitresses and then not allow tipping, and the waitresses were all pissed about that because they'd
Yeah.
make
Oh,
more
bet they
money
were.
with tipping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly. I
Well, that's because getting rid of tipping isn't a staff friendly idea. It's a consumer friendly idea, because the fact is that nobody looks at a hamburger that costs $20. By the way, nobody looks at a hamburger that costs $20 and thinks, "Oh, that's $24." They think it's $20, and then they get the bill and they're like, "Ah, well, I have to pay this much."
Raising the minimum wage is fine. It's working perfectly for California right now.
Yeah.
And also, if you think about it, all it would take is what 2 good tips, and you're making more than a lot of other people would make in an hour.
Yeah.
Well, you see, it all boils down to the number of pieces of flair that you wear on your
Yes.
Damn you, Six. Damn you. But yeah, I mean, and also some of these people have got several tables that they're serving. So you like, say for instance, you have an average probably about maybe 6 or 7 tables an hour, depending on how long they stay. And if each of these people are giving like $10 or more in tips, that's like $60 to $70 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear anything from this dumb bitch that just said, "Oh, they're not making any money." Yes, the fuck they are. They're making a lot more than a lot of other people make. So I don't want to hear you complain.
No, it's
Well,
slavery.
Slavery, my ass.
Let's see. Black folks will know what I'm talking about when I say that there's no pressure quite like being a person of color and walking into a restaurant.
How the fuck would you know? You're a white bitch.
No, she's a Jew bitch.
Oh, whatever.
I'm just picturing the, you walk in, record scratch, all the white rednecks turn and look at you and like cock shotguns.
She is a boring white bitch.
We don't take kindly to your folk around here.
Hey,
You're
beautiful
boring, you're
woman.
white, and you're a bitch.
Here's what the black experience of dining out is like. Wait to be seated while white folks look up from their tables, disappointed. Wait to get your food while white folks stare at you and communicate passive-aggressive nonverbal hostility. Then you receive subpar food, never see the server, and then wait to get your check.
If this is the kind of person that this woman is used to getting at a restaurant, then not only should she never go there again, but she should also not tip them at all, because somebody who gives that kind of shitty server is not going to get a tip anyway. And she's stereotyping every white person that is going to be treating black people like this. I have yet to see a restaurant that acts this way. So she must be in the worst place ever that has stereotypical whites. Oh my God, I hate black people.
I'm just curious, like what this author is perceiving as a white woman looking at black people.
Yeah.
Like
You're not black, lady. You don't know.
Yeah, she would never know.
Maybe it's because this is what she does. Like whenever she sees black
probably.
people sitting at a table, she's like, ugh.
She's the one that
Fucking
treats them
idiot.
poorly. She's like, fucking black people. God.
Yeah, I hope that she's thinking, fucking niggers.
No.
Yes, we have Thousand Island dressing. Black people suck.
For a black person, the whole
No. It's like, and you'll get the hamburger, and you'll get the salad, and I guess you'll be wanting the fried chicken.
We don't have no sauces that come in watermelon flavored. That's just, oh God, this woman is so disillusioned. It's not even funny. So go ahead.
At Chili's, all our greens are colored.
For a black person, the whole dining process can take an hour or more out of the day than it does for a white person. Oh, it's CP time. All right, that is if you don't quickly rush out of there after getting one too many of the aforementioned looks from racist white customers.
Named Cindy Steinberg.
Yeah, just all the white people just looking at you like, friggin' black people wanting to eat. Right. Systemically designed under tipping. So why do black customers have such a poor time at restaurants? The answer is, of course, the systemic nature of white supremacy. Black people are often thought of as poor or stingy by white servers. And that's because black...
Most of them are poor, aren't they? Like, isn't the wealth distribution pretty unfavorable towards black people? Like,
Typically.
And that's because black people are the victims of system racism and economic disadvantage. Systemic racism means that every aspect of our society, which was created in a time when slavery was legal, but I thought it was better back then, is carefully crafted in a way to uniquely disadvantage non-white people. As a result of this, black people have less disposable income, which means they get less attention from racist white servers.
So they are poor.
You know what? This sounds like the way that this woman writes sounds just like a speech that a Democrat would make, because they're trying to appeal the most, and they're trying to sound like they're kissing so much ass, but they're trying to hide that ass kissing under a words. And oh look, we appeal to you, but I'm not going to say that we're trying to appeal to you. We just appeal to you, right?
Yeah. Like who's
The word you're looking for is patronizing.
Who's that Democratic lady who said that there are black kids who have never heard the word computer?
Yeah. But who watched that video of that black guy just pretending like he's a monkey and kind of batting around that laptop?
Black folks face a unique conundrum. As a result of the black restaurant experience described above, black folks have an inferior dining experience. Now this is where the impasse comes in. Traditionally...
Can't you... If you actually say the word conundrum to a black person, will they think that it's some kind of an instrument, or will they know the definition of that word?
If it's tip, he's probably dumb. If it's
Traditionally, tips were seen as optional, depending on the server's performance. In other words, if servers are not attentive or there's something lacking in the quality of their service, the proper thing to do is tip them less. However, black people almost always have a terrible experience when subjected to white workers. So if black folks were to follow the traditional white advice to tip servers in accordance with their dining experience, they'd naturally tip servers less every time. And there's nothing stingy or bad about that. It's what they're supposed to do.
We've had black servers lots of times, and they are some of the nicest people we've ever had. So this fucking woman, oh my God, I know I keep saying that, but it's like, where the hell do you live that this actually happens? And to her, it sounds like it happens 100% of the time.
I have a theory that a lot of these... I have a theory that
I have a get
authors, they stay up way too late in the first place. They get real bored, and they find out that they're out of ice cream. And holy shit, that makes them angry. And when they get angry, they want to start writing. So
you wouldn't like them when they're angry.
Yeah.
I think that it's either one of two things. Number one, she is making this all up. This is all her personal headcanon. Or number two, she lives in New York City.
Yeah.
the land of late nights, no ice cream, and boredom.
But when black folks follow conventional wisdom surrounding tipping, they will inevitably be labeled as stingy because black folks will inevitably get inferior service. This racist stereotyping stems from the fact that white servers and white capital owners set them up by gamifying the conversion of their socioeconomic status into more and more hostility. Tipping creates an anti-blackness spiral, or snowball effect of an anti-black sentiment. If you've ever used Reddit, you've no doubt seen the anti-blackness festering in the water communities.
Actually, you are way the fuck wrong on that one. Reddit is so far to the left and so unappealing to white people, it's not even funny. So that is very wrong. If you even try to say something even remotely racist, you will get banned immediately.
To make it all even sadder, the fact is that black folks are community-oriented and love to share wealth. They would tip generously despite paltry a net worth if they weren't given bad service to begin with.
I can grammar.
Yeah.
Tipping also hurts black-owned businesses. Picture a successful restaurant in your head, and you probably conjured a white-run restaurant in an affluent white district.
Yeah, that's usually because that's how it happens. Just saying.
Probably you imagined it run by an opinionated and entitled white man like Gordon Ramsay, who has extracted tens of millions from the industry despite being a white mediocrity.
I'm done with this fucking woman. I'm no longer going to.
Interestingly enough, one of the few times that I have seen Gordon Ramsay
He's a dick.
not have jack shit to say about somebody's cooking. It was a soul food restaurant. And he sat down and he ate that soul food. He was like, "Damn, this is good. I don't have shit to say."
Yeah.
And it was run by black people.
No. That is so not true.
I hand to God. It's on the YouTubes.
Well, according to this article, all white people are racist against black-owned businesses. So that can't be
means
true.
Gordon Ramsay isn't white. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That must be it. He's not white.
Yes.
But did he vote for Joe Biden?
Well,
Probably not.
if he didn't, he's not black.
Those images came into your head because this sort of systemic racism is ingrained in our minds, and the businesses that make the most money are also those that attract customers that aren't burdened by systemic racism. Tipping's anti-black hostility spiral is a system that is not easily broken because it so elegantly perpetuates itself. Workers will flock to white businesses because they know that they have white customers who will tip more than black customers. As a result, all of the best talent is sucked away from black-owned businesses. And since they have the best staff, the best or richest customers will dine there, and the system just keeps perpetuating itself.
That's called capitalism, dipshit. If people think they're going to get more money at this place, of course they're going to go there. Common sense.
I like how Moonshock was like 1 minute ago was like, I'm so done with this. I'm not even gonna say anything.
No. See, I tipping. Oh, six is gone again. It must have been the No,
it's because you lied, Moonshock.
I know, but that one just begged for a response.
Your dishonesty is driving me away, Moonshock.
Every time he thinks he's out, we pull him back in.
That's right.
Tipping.
I need you to be more consistent, Moonshock.
Okay, fine. Just let me deal with the pain in my left arm.
Tipping, like all white supremacist constructs, hurts everyone. It's time for not only BIPIC, but white people as well, to stop supporting this racist institution and stand in solidarity against tipping.
God, I love it when you say BIPIC.
The racial reckoning in the restaurant industry shows no sign of slowing down. Until we see real change, black folks and their allies are leaving waiters with only this tip: go to your capitalist boss and demand wage equity now.
You want to know what they're going to say? Bye. You're fired.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't believe there's
They're gonna
actually a
say,
category.
"You
for
demand it, do you?"
Yeah.
She actually tagged this article with tipping. Like someone's going to actually go to fucking Medium and look up tipping.
Yeah,
Well,
like
they might.
go to your capitalist and demand wage equity. I'm just picturing the Dave Chappelle clip. Tough break, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would love to have someone just, if somebody who knew who she was and what she did, just tailed her ass and watch her go to some big white restaurant and be like, really, you're such a hypocrite.
Am I the only one who's noticing? Frosted, are you like on a bet to see how many times you can reference Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
It's just been relevant. Let's just talk about.
Okay, guys.
Black
I
people.
bet you 20 bucks I could reference him 6 times during the show.
I can name that tune in 6 references.
Jack, are you talking about Abe Lincoln?
Hey, Blinken.
I didn't say Abe Lincoln. I said Abe Lincoln. Hold the reins, man.
Hold the reins, man.
Well,
I'm on the East Bank. I'm on the West Bank. It's not that critical.
well, with the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only. Boobs. And that's a caption contest.
The best line in that movie was, he was running pretty fast, but I caught his ass. Like a black guy's faster than a horse.
This is where I show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So, this week we got Biden and company at the D-Day anniversary in France.
Now, I expect to see some shitting myself references, people, so be nice.
So am I the only one who had a little green bag start playing in their head?
Little green
also a little green bag?
The Reservoir Dogs song.
Oh,
all right. I haven't seen it. Let's see.
Oh, because like the start of the movie, they've got like the 6 guys walking down the street, and because Little Green Bag is playing as they're like walking towards the camera.
oh God.
Let's see.
Also,
one cup, one diaper.
Now, as far as the wives, is it me or do they both look alike? Like they're sisters or something? About the same height, same build, ugly fucking fake
I mean,
eyes.
If you zoom in, the one in the white is
that's Macron's wife.
An unfortunate looking woman.
Well, she ain't Alice Cooper like Biden is.
I would argue that both of them are sort of unfortunate. They have really bad hair.
Yes.
Let's see. The ripe stuff.
Yeah.
What is the French word for shit myself? Let's see.
That would be merde.
Hold it.
Oh, I see what you did there. Waiting. Oh, I also loved how it showed whatever the fuck her name is, Lady Biden escorting him very, very quickly away while he was supposed to stay there with Macron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what she had to do.
I mean, I doubt he actually was shitting himself, but like it's already embarrassing enough that he had trouble trying to sit in a chair.
Yeah. It's like, where's the chair? Jack.
Honey, I sharded my pants. Best thing about the France is they can't smell if I shit myself.
Oh.
When the Biden isn't the oldest around, but he is the only one that shits himself. For once, the Frenchman wasn't the stinky one. D-Day Part 2, the poo has dropped. Left foot, right foot, left foot. What comes next?
Come on.
Storming the beaches of my underwear. Two world leaders and their male captives.
Oh God.
Shitting Private Ryan. Next on Wife Swap. Macron still wants to fuck Biden even with his shit stains. Charmin ultra wrong. Alright. I think I'll cut it off there. So, what are you guys going with?
For me, it's no contest. Evolved with the Frenchman wasn't the stinky one.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I kind of like Rotten Corpses storming the beach in my underwear.
Yeah.
That would have been my second favorite. Yeah.
I'm kind of going with that one as well.
So we have a tie. You're the tiebreaker, Frosted.
Let's see.
Unless you have your own.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go with Rotten.
Terry, we lose. Storming the beach with my underwear.
I do like Della's though. Left foot, right foot, left foot.
What comes next?
All right, just let me copy that down. Okay. And now, our third article. A question we all ask ourselves now and then. Why having sex with cisgender men is that frowned upon?
What?
What?
Mercy. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a picture of this fucking weirdo.
I agree. I have zero desire to have sex with cisgendered men.
Why being fucked by a cisgender man is seen as a form of humiliation?
When people say, go fuck myself, I say no. Because I don't want to have sex with cisgender men.
I genuinely don't know where the author is going to go with this. There are so many different directions. I don't know which one.
In our patriarchal society, being penetrated is seen as a form of humiliation or disempowerment. A consensual sexual relationship is seen as a relationship of power, but why this happen? Because Dennis is a bastard man. Yes, this article is basically written by Charlie from It's Always Sunny.
Did we read this author before?
The name is Mercy, so I don't think so. It's not familiar to me.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I know that we've run into this phenomena before, where the author is sounds like Charlie.
See, I've never seen the show, so I don't know who Charlie is.
Well, the answer is pretty simple. The penis. Having
Terry, just for a quick backdrop, Charlie in the show speaks fine, but is a functional illiterate. So whenever he writes anything, it sounds totally garbled.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Having sexual relationships with a person who has a penis, as I said, is seen as an act of submission and disempowerment, regardless of the gender of the sexual characteristics the other person has. Although from my point of view, at least here in the West, this is more frowned upon if the other person is an endosexual cisgender man, rather than people of other gender and sexualities, but let's go by parts.
That sounds like a skateboarding move from Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Okay. You're going to have to explain what an endosexual is.
Well, see, you first build up a bit of momentum, and then you place your back foot on that raised part on the back of the skateboard. You press down on that really hard. You flip the board up. It spins around under your feet, and then you step back down onto the skateboard.
Terry, an endosexual is very simple. It's just like it sounds. Your sex goes in the other person's endo.
Oh, okay.
According to
I was thinking like endothermic means that it absorbs energy, so it must be like you absorb sex.
So
I don't
it's
know.
not to be confused with the ollie sexual, where you press on the back of the skateboard, you jump up, the skateboard jumps up with you, and then you step really hard on the skateboard.
I
There-
never thought
there
I never
is-
thought Tony Hawk Pro Skater would prepare me for sex.
Yeah.
There is sex in the air all around us, and we absorb it every day.
See,
Except for the
I
fifth
didn't
part.
like Tony
There's-
Hawk as a video game, but I did really like the soundtrack.
According to Wikipedia, an endosex person is someone whose innate sex characteristics fit normative medical ideas for female or male bodies. So it just means normal.
That's a retarded word.
What is it that Norm Macdonald said? He said it's just a way of marginalizing a normal person.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, what is the penis? No. Let
Here,
let
let me
me
show you.
No. Let me rephrase my question. Which are the main characteristics of the penis? For the purposes of this article, I'm going to skip the science class and go straight forward to the point. It is an organ that stands out from the abdomen. It is an erectile organ. I mean, it gets full of blood in order to get longer and harder.
Are you ladies
And-
paying attention?
It's nonsense, but it is at least true.
But Frosted, why that happen?
I'm just picturing this being described by the guy from Rocky Horror,
Oh, fuck.
explaining how the dance is done.
Yeah.
This person does not know how to spell.
No,
At
no,
least in-
they're spelling fine. They just don't know how to write sentences.
Oh no,
least-
the error's coming up here, and I want to see what Frosted's going to do about it.
At least in the majority of sex positions that involves the penis, it is introduced into a hole. It can be the anus.
Well, we don't know what letter is being replaced by the asterisk. It could be anas or anos.
Or it could be an apostrophe. It can be the ands.
No. That would be they wouldn't need an asterisk for an apostrophe. I think it might be.
Like a wild card.
But that's like
I
a
think it's
possessive
anus.
form.
I think it's anis. They're talking about something that happens every year.
Yes, I believe so.
As soon as I say anus, Hammer posts a smiley face.
Second
My question is, who is Anne, and what is that? What are the things that she's possessing? Is it the vulva or the mouth?
There you go.
Hmm.
You ever see Anus get your gun? All right, it can be the anus, the vulva, or the mouth. These, my kids, are the characteristics that make the penis being seen as an instrument of domination.
Saying my kids is just disturbingly bad.
But why? Pourquoi? Barry? Pourquoi? It is pretty simple. Let's say that we got two boyfriends, two endosexual cisgender men.
Endosexual?
Two guys that love Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
One is John and the other Peter.
Peter,
These-
how appropriate.
These two boyfriends want to have, segs. And to do that, John gives his penis and Peter gives his ass.
Oh my gosh, this is like this was written by a Chinese propaganda.
Can you give an AI model alcohol?
John and the other Peter. These are
Apparently, you
boyfriends.
can give it fetal alcohol syndrome.
I think this Mercy writer is up there with Cindy Steinberg. I want to see more of her work.
I couldn't get a picture because there's so many authors on Medium called Mercy that
Well, of course, it's a very generic name.
Yeah.
Well, judging by the how she describes herself at the end, it's a Latina tranny.
No, there you go.
Gotcha.
Well, I look forward to more of his, her, its work.
It's
Uh,
A Latina
Yeah.
tranny that does propaganda videos for the CCP.
Now, if I ask you who is the one with the dominant role and who the one with the submissive role, maybe you in your dirty mind already got an answer. But why? That even makes sense? Well, it does in some way.
Okay, your fucked up punctuation is ripping my mind apart.
You be nice, Moon. I'm riveted. I want to see where this is going.
Okay,
Issue-
fine. And I'm just gonna sit here with my teeth gritted.
Issue that Peter, being the one who is penetrated, seems as someone who is being fucked. John, on the other hand, seems as someone who is fucking. Because Peter is motionless. Was he drugged? As
no,
well
Peter is dead.
Yeah.
as well as John doesn't fucks as Johnny sins.
Wait,
But-
okay. If you're gonna censor yourself with the fucked part, then censor the fucks.
No. I like it. It's this time it's okay to use the full word. The
No.
context matters, Moon.
I don't care. It is fucking with my mind.
Moonshock. I want to know why it happened.
Okay, then
Why
I
it
Why
want.
it happened? Why
Why
it
it
happened,
happened?
Moon?
I fine. Finish this fucking article. So
But let's say that it isn't the case. Peter seems as someone who does nothing but lets other person him.
I knew you were gonna do that. I was waiting for it.
FU period CK.
Foo. Let's other person foo.
And John holding onto Peter and putting his penis inside Peter's anus, and then being seen as someone who fucks, who does what
Is
he
this a tongue
wants.
twister?
What?
Is
This
a tongue
sounds
twister?
this reads exactly like bad fan fiction.
Yeah.
No. It reads like a fox in socks. It's like, and the penis in the anus of the Peter is.
I actually owned that book when I was a kid.
This differentiation between these two guys that makes a really important division, the division between dominant and submissive. Obviously, if we're talking about consensual sex, then we can't talk about this dominant-submissive division, but for the most majority people doesn't see it like it. For this people, being the one who fucks is an absolute synonym of power, of the disposition of someone else's body.
Frosted, do you pay people to go out and find articles like this?
Nah, I do it I do it on my free time.
Oh my
Frosted, send this article to Scribe Light.
If you thought my head was gonna fucking explode, Frosted, or I mean not Frosted, but Scribe, he would just disintegrate.
John
But why it happened?
John actually is just disposing of Peter's S. And he's not actually about to dispose Peter's ass forever, but that actually doesn't care because this relationship already seems as a symbol of full disposing of Peter's body for the eternity, as if Peter was John's property.
What?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This absurd dehumanization and disempowerment that comes with the penetration of an endocis man by another endocis man, or the penetration of an trans woman by an endocis man, from my point of view, is one of the main reasons for homophobia and transphobia.
You are.
So stop having butt sex and people will be less homophobic and transphobic.
Yeah.
Dad butt sex, cowboy butt sex, sodomy.
Stop fucking people's anus.
Yeah.
All right. First, let's talk about homophobia. Because
No, let's just end this article already, please.
because
That's what I'm
because endocis men are seen as inherently strong, aggressive, and dominant as the engine of the civilization, where we would be without the vigor and strength of men, perhaps in a better world.
I hate
Nah.
you, Frosted. I hate you so much.
Man, Moon's got something up his anus.
Well, it ain't no putness.
issue that as endo-cis men being seen as a fundamental piece for the society by their strength, aggressive and so on, if another endo-cis man shows up and penetrate another endo-cis man, then the penetrated endo-cis man is no longer seen as strong, vigorous, and dominant, and stops being seen as a valuable individual for the society by losing or rejecting his masculine essence, or energy, or whatever.
Do you think she means Encino Man, and this is all about Pauly Shore?
Well, let's see. Masculine essence, is that like semen or something?
Yeah. This outrage against gay endo-cis men, driven the silly idea of bad consequences for the society that follows their unmasculinization, is
Not a word.
much worse when it comes to black, brown, or indigenous gay endo-cis men, because they are seen as hyper-masculine, a kind of savage or rough masculinity that the white society and institutions can take advantage from, especially when we talk about black endo-cis men. And when this hyper-masculinity is gone because their gayness, they are no longer seen as valuable for this white patriarchal society.
It's gone. Why? Because their gayness.
This article reads like 7,000 of my Quippers United answers strung together into a single article.
I'm sticking with the fox in socks. The penis in the anus of the Peter with the gayness, you know.
And if a gay endo-cis man is allowed to exist in the society, then homosexuality in men will be allowed as a social phenomenon that can manifest into other endo-cis men. And when all endo-cis men turned into gays, then who will hold our civilization?
What the hell does the World Health Organization have anything to do with this?
I don't know. Endo-cis women? No, they're too weak and submissive to do it. Hundreds and hundreds of articles made by misogynist men prove it. If mainly men just disappear, it would be the end of our civilization. All this coupled with the fact...
Can I just say, I don't think that this author has read hundreds of articles. I don't think this author has read much of anything.
I don't think this author can read.
In their mind, they've read hundreds of them.
All this
Can they write? Apparently, yes, they can write. Reading, that's a...
all this coupled with the fact that gay endo-cis men can't reproduce between them, all this mental gymnastics make by weird people into their heat falls like an avalanche against gay endo-cis men.
I'm letting the hate flow through me.
Exactly. Preach, Mercy, preach.
Into their heat.
All right, I'll do like one more paragraph, then go to the conclusion.
No. You want to make Terry happy, do the whole thing.
And about the trans misogyny. Trans women are seen, at least in the West, as an extension of gay endo-cis men, as super gay men. Endo-cis... which is a terrible superhero. Endo-cis men, by being submissive, are seen as feminine, and trans women identifying ourselves as women and embodying, in many cases, traditional femininity, we're seen as men's gayness taken to the extreme, as one more step on the ladder of abandonment of endo-cis men, of their traditional masculinity, by their dignity. Again, this affects black, brown, and indigenous trans women totally much worse than the white ones, because aside from what I have already said, trans women are seen as intruders by our genitalia, by our masculine, aggressive, and rough background. Obviously can't match with the soft and fragile femininity we're seen as literally fishes out the water. So imagine being perceived as even more masculine and rough and savage. Imagine being a trans black woman, or a trans indigenous one, or a trans brown one. This strangeness they relate with is much, much, much worse.
I gotta say, the silver lining of all this is this article makes me feel so much better about my own writing.
Yeah.
Fish out the water.
You-
All right, and now to the conclusion. And that all, at least for now. I got a lot more things say about this topics, but for now, I'm about to let it until here, because I'm a native English speaker and all this read, write, and translate words that I don't know is burning my brain. So let's sit and wait for part 2. If you like what I write, please consider to support me buying me coffee. This is the link.
No, I'm not buying you jack shit.
Wait.
You get
Are
no
you telling
coffee.
me that English isn't her first language?
It seems to me like Ebonics failed her.
Let's
Oh.
This isn't even Ebonics. This is more like plate tectonics.
I want to scroll to that one where she had that response to one of the people that made a comment. I want to see what this dumb fucking woman actually sounds like in real life.
let's see. The comment is, if there is some injustice in the world, let's have a conversation about correcting that injustice. That just because that injustice exists does not mean everyone should just stop having sex or limit themselves to having sex with the tiny percentage of people who are transgender.
Ooh, I kind of like that. That's that comment.
And the author says, that wasn't the point. The point was that nobody should feel worthless or humiliated by having sex with people with penis. Why you act as if Medium wasn't full of on-purpose triggering title like my articles.
Okay, this woman is officially mentally retarded.
No.
If she comments using that same fucking style,
No, I mean, she obviously doesn't speak English very well. I think if she was speaking whatever her native language is, she would make much more sense.
then go to her page.
She does speak English, but not English from England.
Go to her page, and I want to see what her description is.
I feel like Google Translate would do a better job.
Okay,
Yes.
I am a Latina trans woman who likes to what?
Share her takes on politics, society, and so on.
Doesn't go over that far on the on your screen.
Well, yeah, just
What, Jack?
nothing.
Jack?
So it looks like she's got a lot more articles. I think
No,
I mean,
no,
encore.
no.
who knows what the future may hold?
So help me God, Frost. If you do another one of her fucking articles, I will
I-
do absolutely
Like
nothing.
I'm
You
It
want
still
more?
doesn't answer the question. Why it happened?
Yeah.
I'm tempted to put a new shirt in the store that's like, I got fucked in the anus and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
I don't think you'd have that one. That's
have-
probably going to breach TOS.
Yeah, but have a like an eggplant with something that can represent the anus.
All right. Oh, at the end of the third article comes the third game.
Oh no.
And that is Po or No Gender Edition.
Hey, at least it's grammatically and spelling correct.
Yeah.
Oh, watch Frosted mix up the words. Po nor or? Edition
I don't know.
gender?
I don't know why Windows keeps turning down my mic volume automatically. It's really annoying.
No idea.
All right, let's see. So this is where I give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up. And I'll
Mercy
even
gender?
Yeah.
What?
I said mercy gender?
There's the Mercy gender, Tracer gender. What other Overwatch characters?
Mercy. She is a graduate of the Derek Zoolander School for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
Annis Cork?
Yes.
And I'll even give you a short description of each one. All right. So, gender A. Jackbox gender.
Nice.
Xenogender related to Jackbox.
That one has to be true.
Gender
Oreo.
B. Sugar Walmick.
What?
Xenogender related to Walmart brand frosted sugar cookies.
Oh my god.
What?
And gender C. Clock haunt. Xenogender related to a grandfather clock inhabited by a spirit or supernatural entity.
Now, my question is, when was the last time you went to Walmart?
Nah.
All right, so give me a sec to start a poll for the chat so they can get in on it. And don't forget, one of the options is that they're all real.
Okay, fine. Then if you want to answer that one, then when was the last time you stared perpetually at a clock?
When's the last time you had a gender?
No, I was just gonna say I think that Jackbox gender sounds so on the nose that it's a trick and he did it to psych us out. So I think that A is the fake one.
I'm going
All right.
with B. Going with B.
Okay, Terry.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go all real.
Oh,
All right. 6.
I know it sounds crazy, but I guess I'll agree with Jack.
On A?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here says Q.
Yeah,
Let's see. Chat is going all real with
They
A
always
in
do.
second.
Yeah, they always do.
And yeah. Okay, now A and B are tied.
I'm gonna have to reboot my brain after that last article. I am curious to know if all of that person's articles are written that way,
of
or if
course
that
they
was
are.
just
I mean,
exclusive for this one.
no. Well, clearly she doesn't speak English as a first language, so all of her articles, like you saw how she replied to the guy. She used the same
That is
writing
true.
style.
Wouldn't it be great if one of her other articles, it just sounds like it's written by William F. Buckley or something?
Okay, 6, you have a new assignment. Find this mercy chick or man woman and teach they, them, it's how to properly speak English.
Yes.
I will endeavor to do. What was the website it was on?
Wait, do we really want 6 to be the one to teach someone English?
I thought that was the whole point.
Have you
I
seen
thought
my
that was the
Quippers
point.
answer?
It's like you take Mercy, you add a dash of 6, and then something beautiful comes from this.
It's like a living art installation.
It's like language surrealism.
That's how Jane Austen was born.
Oh,
All right. Well, I think I'll end the poll there. So they went with all real with B in second.
of course they did.
All right. And the answer is
B.
C is fake.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. I need
Well
to know
played.
where did you get that from?
Yeah. I was in the living room looking at a grandfather clock.
Okay, so where did you get the haunt from then?
Well, you just needed something to make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the basic ingredient for a xenogender. You take a very random object and add a touch of retardation.
well, I was thinking, whenever you have like this grandfather clock, like sitting on the floor, what's the thing? You always see them in haunted hauses, so it's like grandfather clock haunt. So yeah.
He was sitting there watching Ghost, and then he had to look up and see the grandfather clock.
Yes, that's right. I've been saving Jackbox gender, and
God.
if this week wasn't the right time, I don't know what is.
That is
That's a good point.
All right, let's see. So here's the flag for Jackbox gender. It's very boring.
I was hoping it'd have the water cooler on it.
Yeah, that's boring.
It's like that's the faggiest Jackbox character, so it'd be perfect for the flag.
I was kind of expecting the logo for the Jackbox.
Yeah. Oh,
And
At least
frosted.
a clown head.
I have the perfect idea. Instead of just using the water cooler, get like the one water cooler Rule 34 there is and put that on the flag. That's fucked up.
Frosted, you've disappointed Keishel because Keishel was hoping that Clock Hunt would be real.
And the best part is that Jackbox Gender has subsets.
What?
There is a You Don't Know Jack 2011 gender and a You Don't Know Jack 2015 gender.
Oh God.
Hey, I need to start reading this wiki. It's
No, that will ruin the game.
Yeah.
This thing has layers.
It's like some big retarded onion.
Unfortunately, there's no survive the internet gender, so.
Ah,
All right. And,
frosted glass gender.
and here's the flag for
the
Sugar
being asshole
Womack.
gender.
The be an asshole gender.
That one's kind of cute. It's got nice pastels and the sugar cookie glaze. See, that almost looks like a cookie that Sun would make. She makes fantastic sugar cookies, and she makes her own frosting too.
That looks like a really generic Easter card.
Shut up, Six. It looks pretty.
Yeah.
But that's not all.
Oh dear.
Here we go. Too stupid for TV.
Power No Gender Edition, too retarded for TV.
This one had better have a good flag.
Where I give you a gender that you wouldn't believe I made up, but it's too retarded not to share.
Oh.
All right. And this week's gender is Ram Guy Gender.
Whoa. You sure it's not this article, this last author's creation?
Roger Ram Guy, Andy's equals.
Gender connected to the Ram Guy, or simply Ram human hybrids in general. The Ram Guy referring to a specific man who is part Ram and part human. He spies and clones people. No one knows why. Most say he's a legend, so don't worry.
Okay.
Wow. Somebody's a little bit...
Just end your weird gender with "Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Anyway, don't worry about it. Anyway, how's your sex
don't
life?
ask questions. Just consume gender and then wait for next gender.
Well, to me,
It's all being taken care of.
somebody's way too absorbed with role playing.
Someone made an entire lore for this gender, apparently.
No kidding.
Can I just say I blame Dungeons and Dragons?
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Since when is Ram
Oh,
Guy a D&D
sorry.
thing?
I know that people are offended by that sentiment. I blame Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Since when is Ram Guy a Pathfinder thing?
I blame Dungeons and Dragons for kicking V off the game. Well, V left, but you know.
Yeah.
I love how V always drives the rest of the party crazy eventually.
I never watched any of the D&D sessions. I only heard V bitching out rags every time he streamed.
You should watch the one they did where they played Vampire the Masquerade, where they were playing as Nazi vampires.
Oh, nice.
Oh God.
All right, and here's the flag for Ram Guy Gender.
What the lame.
Which just looks
Doesn't
like
even cover ram horns.
it looks like if Batman had to be careful about low bridges.
No, but I've seen a ram. That's not how their horns look.
Yeah. Well, no. The good part about this gender is that in the unlikely event you need to have a bathroom sign installed somewhere, there you go.
Okay, then we're thinking on the same level, Jack.
It's like the guy with flashlight eyes, and he's looking up.
Or this guy was like, he used to be in the middle of that flag, but he has since fallen, and that's the goo that's left behind from his head.
It should have been just a flag with a picture of a Dodge Ram. All right.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time for our final article. And Now we're going to find out exactly what it's like for women who no longer are able to get abortions.
Oh, those poor women.
Okay, I'm done. Bye.
Revisiting
I think
Rosemary,
that.
revisiting Rosemary's Baby and its themes surrounding bodily autonomy.
Vanessa Mackey. Okay, just a moment. Oh God.
I'm guessing you didn't say that because she's stunning.
And brave. Oh. I don't know which one is worse, but fucking.
There's something. What?
Holy fucking shit! Is she ugly? That was even better.
Gee, Moonshock.
I'm
How
sorry.
ugly
But,
is she?
she is so ugly. Oh, hold on. Let me find a "Your Mama's So Ugly" joke real quick.
Braniel is bracing himself.
Just find one and put it in the chat.
I'm half a bottle of rum in already.
Yeah, I don't think that his rum-addled mind can withstand another shock.
This one is your mom. She is so ugly that when she tried to join an ugly contest, they said, "Sorry, no professionals."
Just post the fucking link already so we can get on with it. It's 11 o'clock at night. I gotta be up in 8 hours, you asshole.
Hey, not my problem. Just give me
What's a jack?
I'm getting it.
Why it happened?
There's something There's something deeply unsettling about a book and its film adaptation from the 60s still having relevancy in 2024. Rosemary's Baby, 1968, is based on Ira Levin's hit novel Rosemary's Baby from 1967.
Okay, pictures chat.
Damn, she is not
What
a
the
boring
hell?
white chick.
Well,
Yeah.
She,
it's like if a pineapple got burnt in the oven.
I told you. I told you.
she looks like she's the one that organizes the T-shirts at Hot Topic.
I told you.
Jet's broken.
I even warned you. So
She looks
there you go.
like Bane from the Batman and Robin movie.
She literally doesn't look like a human being.
Damn.
She actually looks like a non-human thing.
She,
That is one of the most uncanny valley things I've ever seen. What the hell was that?
she looks like a scared Halloween mask. It says Oprah Winfrey.
I'd be in a group if she wore one.
She looks like the lady from That's Not My Neighbor.
Oh my god.
She looks even more so than usual. She looks like a thumb person.
She looks like she was cast for the remake of Eraserhead made for modern audiences.
It's like if you took an actual literal thumb and stuck googly eyes on it and a fake afro on it, and then like drew like you got a red Sharpie and like drew some big ass wonky looking lips on it. That's what that thing looks like.
My job here
I mean, for the record, I don't usually engage in this behavior because I find it ridiculous. But Jesus, what the fuck was that?
So what you're saying is that my job here is done. I'll see myself out.
What the shit was that?
You're welcome, everybody.
I think
So,
we're losing
anyway.
sight of the big picture here. Barbecue shapes are actually the best, not the fourth best.
Let's see, based on Ira Levin's hit novel Rosemary's Baby from 1967, which touches upon themes about bodily autonomy that are still relevant.
You
Before
are
I-
in no position to complain about Rosemary's Baby. You look like the baby from Eraserhead.
She looks like the ex-wife of Frankenstein.
Oh, hello.
She looks like the X-Files.
To someone who wants to get this over with quickly, Jack, you're going on about this quite a lot.
I can't help it.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
I would say that one thing I do appreciate about her is that she does like the original Scream movie.
Before I dig any further, it's important to address the fact that Roman Polanski wrote and directed this film. And considering sexual violence does occur in Rosemary's Baby, it's ironic in a very disturbing way that he adapted the film.
Did the Nutty Professor have an allergic reaction?
Bravo, Dilla, bravo.
Oh my god! Okay, we need to put that one as the second, second caption contest.
That is a Hall of Fame comment, Della. Hall of Fame right there.
All right. Let's see. It goes to show that sometimes foul people are attached to projects that reflect back on them. Take Scream 3. Take Scream 3, for instance, and how it has a #MeToo component. Rosemary's Baby follows a woman named Rosemary, Mia Farrow, who becomes pregnant and is convinced that the elderly people in her life are part of a satanic cult.
Wait. Rosemary's Baby is about a woman named Rosemary who has a baby.
What? No
I
way.
know.
Thanks for that clarification, author.
Isn't Ivanhoe about a Russian farmer and his tool?
Let's see. Rosemary's increasing paranoia is cast off as nonsensical, and she is gaslit to the extreme, isolated and controlled by nearly everyone around her. The atmosphere of the film, aside from when she's around her good friend Hutch, Maurice Evans, and her women friends, is so uncomfortable to experience. The fact that her pregnancy wasn't spousal rape, but sexual violence by way of the actual devil, is one of the most disturbing parts of the film. Currently,
That it would be written from this woman's perspective.
I'm just picturing the devil showing up to have sex with this woman. It's like, no.
The things I do for evil.
It's like he lost a bet and he had to do that.
Yeah.
I would have sex with you, but it appears you're having an allergic reaction.
No, maybe it's a slump buster. You know how they say if you're in a slump, you got to have sex with the biggest, fattest, ugliest woman you can find. I think that's Satan's slump buster.
You found the person that qualifies for that.
It's
I wouldn't even rape you.
Currently in America, there are many states in which abortion is restricted, banned, or nearly banned. It's unsettling that rights have been taken away from folks who are capable of getting pregnant. Rosemary's Baby isn't about Rosemary being forced to carry a child she never wanted. It's partially about her husband helping orchestrate the sexual violence that results in her pregnancy for his shot at fame and success. The lack of choice in her own conception, and the fact that spousal rape, guy tries to trick her into believing that he got her pregnant when she was unconscious, was still legal up until 1983 are also factors. Yet, until 1983, it was legal to have sex with Lucifer. Rosemary isn't
People
even...
who are capable of what?
Getting pregnant.
Yeah.
Women?
Which is...
No. No one knows what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rosemary isn't even allowed to be concerned about her own pain. In fact, even her doctors conspire against her. The film shows Rosemary being controlled in practically every way imaginable. Even in the moments when she tries to escape, she's hindered somehow. As soon as her friend Hutch is murdered by way of the cult's magic, Rosemary is utterly alone. The idea of that lends to how Rosemary is being gaslit, and the effects of the abuse and the influence of the cult make her look crazy to people. There's nobody around to validate her valid concerns that people have brought harm or are bringing harm to her or her body. And the ending only solidifies how horrifying the situation really is. Unfortunately, Rosemary's struggle to be believed and offered the proper support is what femme folks, in particular, have experienced time and time again. So, apparently women are always trying to convince people that they were raped by Satan, and nobody believes them.
Okay.
Hashtag believe women.
Yeah.
Not this one. Sorry.
This is something that women always go through. And that's only amplified the more marginalized you are. If Rosemary was a woman, what?
Can I just say that if women want a carve out in abortion, you're allowed to commit abortion if you were raped by Satan. I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because good luck proving it in court.
Yeah.
Satan, you are not the father.
I just like the idea that there's flames coming out of her vagina when she's pregnant with Satan's baby.
If Rosemary was a woman of color or queer, for instance, she would be taken even less seriously. I'm not sure any woman would be taken seriously saying she was raped by the devil.
Yeah.
I hope that we've gotten beyond that point in society where we don't take these things at face value anymore.
I mean, maybe if you were white or straight, I'd believe that the devil raped you, but come on. Not to mention, have even less access to services in the first place. Bodily autonomy is a discussion that pertains to many folks, and ignoring the discussion of intersectionality does nobody any good. It doesn't delegitimize what Rosemary experienced in the film, but there are naturally several layers to this discussion. The end of the film is when things reach a point of no ideal resolution. Rosemary's suffering is seemingly never-ending because her husband offered her body up, her child is the son of the devil, a cult used her to fulfill their desires to bring forth the Antichrist, and nobody cares how she feels.
What?
One of these things is not like the others.
No kidding.
Let's see. Horror doesn't always have a victory moment, and there are uncomfortable endings throughout horror history. Rosemary's loss of choice in the conception and birth of her own child falls into that category. Rosemary giving in and being a mother to her child isn't what everyone would expect. Earlier in the film, a woman she befriended was being groomed to be in her position, and she died violently by way of what's considered to be a suicide. It can be interpreted that way, or that it was the cult's doing.
It was Hillary Clinton. She had evidence on the Clintons.
She got Clinton.
No. Hillary Clinton is the devil. It was her baby that Rosemary was impregnated with. Now it makes sense.
I kind of like the idea that even the Antichrist has to be careful of Hillary Clinton. Rosemary's decision to stay and embrace motherhood, despite it all, can be frustrating to modern viewers upon first watch. Of course, with it being a choice she makes, one might think it's her taking back her power. However, the fact of the matter is that Rosemary was living in a time when she had virtually no rights. She didn't have a bank account of her own and had to beg her husband to get their new apartment. The idea of the cult that watched her be violated in hopes of it resulting in the birth of the Antichrist, raising her child, was certainly not appealing to her, despite how horrified she was upon seeing her child because of his appearance.
Why did he look like you?
Also, have you ever considered that, that maybe the whole satanic brainwashing thing?
Nah.
The last interaction between her and her husband in the film is her spitting in his face, though. And it's
That's
about
just
the
rude.
yeah, and it's about the only time Rosemary is allowed to properly respond to what has happened to her and her body. Reclaiming what is yours is crucial for empowerment.
Well, your
Consider-
husband didn't do that to you, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, what I do. Satan is the one who fucked you.
No
Yeah.
kidding. I don't want to spit in your face anyway.
I am the devil. Prepare your anus.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Considering we're yet again in a time where folks have to fight back against abortion bans.
The fuck?
Oh, that's a full
What?
sentence, apparently.
Yeah.
The film remains a startling reminder of what life is like for some right now in various American states.
No, a woman getting raped by the devil has fuck all to do, no pun intended, to do with abortion.
It's
all.
It's happening all over the country.
Well, I'm guessing what is this devil omnipresent too?
Satan
makes
fucks
sense.
like a rabbit.
It's like you only get 30 seconds. Okay, done. Go. I have other people to be.
Where there's no such thing as a choice, much like in Rosemary's situation in the film. And that shouldn't be a reality in 2024.
Okay, let's
And-
continue to talk about how ugly this woman is.
And here's an ad for Interstellar Flight magazine.
Oh, it's not done yet?
Now
Oh, it is
that-
done, thank
that's
God.
So
Okay,
man-
Now,
go to
where's our second Mercy article?
go to her page. Go to her page. I want to see her description.
It just says
Please.
Uggo. All right. Let's see. BLK, queer feminist, writer, author, visual artist, and freelancer.
Yeah, no. I'm going to have to say no to that. 15 followers. Woo!
Soon to be 16.
Is that a Pokemon in that one? Cute, colorful, and queer.
I mean, I would say that the picture alone is worth a follow.
Oh,
If
oh
not-
my God.
If nothing else, I'd say that she probably earned that follow with a lifetime of people just wanting not to see her ever.
This woman loves to use commas. Holy fucking shit. Look at some of the titles of those articles a little bit further down.
She's a comma chameleon.
Yes, that.
Well, given how often she uses them, a comma chameleon.
Terry,
she,
shut
she,
up.
she comes and goes.
Yeah.
She comes and goes.
Loving would be easy if you're coming to like my friends.
All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So take a moment to shill my co-host and guest. I Like Boobs has his series finale for Quibbers United this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Nice, everybody.
Be there. We're going to jail. I'm gonna try and recreate the series finale of Seinfeld.
I do have an update if anybody wants it.
The pretzels are making you thirsty?
Yes.
What's the update?
The update is the MRI results that I came back found nothing, of course, in the pelvis and other areas. And from what my oncologist says, there is no indication of any cancer anywhere at this time except for my lymph node. So what we're going to do is we are going to go 2 weeks to see if, after 2 weeks, we're going to have another PET scan. And if the PET scan returns no indication of cancer elsewhere other than the lymph node, then he's going to have a surgeon remove the lymph node, and we'll see what happens then. Because I could potentially be, I don't want to say cancer-free, but I will be free of it having spread, and I will be in some kind of, I forgot what Sun said the condition was, but basically I will
Okay.
be, Yes, yes, I will be gay.
Then you'll be searching for the anus.
Yes, correct.
Well, I for one hope that Moonshock is gay.
I mean, it's better than having cancer.
You dick.
That's true.
But yes, that is the update. So everything is looking really good right now.
Good.
That's good.
Well, that's
good.
And just reminder that you can donate to his GoFundMe, linked in the chat.
Yes.
And the
Yeah,
description.
you know what? I just figured it out. Quippers United is ending, so Moonshock doesn't need cancer anymore because the joke is going to have nowhere to be told.
Yes, that.
If there's cancer in the forest and no one's around to joke about it.
Exactly.
I also wanted to thank those people who did donate because they are also in our audience right now. I just don't know if they want to be singled out. But so
I donated to you. It's anonymous, but I donated to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I am very thankful to everybody who has donated.
Yeah.
And I sent in half of the
Yeah, I saw that.
store
I saw that.
profit.
Yep. But
And I did. I donated too.
well, yeah, and that's why I said I didn't want to single anybody out, but thank you very much, Jack.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
All right, let's see. So Moonshock has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
Yes.
And
I
as
actually started a new season of a solo play on 7 days with the joke mod. So
Is the joke that it actually is Super Seducer?
yes, yes, and it's on Monday nights. However, with 1.0 coming out soon, I don't know if we'll be able to do the joke mod after the next couple of weeks. So hopefully you guys will be able to show up. Well, not you guys, but people who want to watch Monday nights around 6 p.m. Eastern.
You know what to do if you want me to watch your Twitch stream.
I don't even have it on my computer, Terry.
Well, then I won't watch.
I mean, if they do
Son
a
is down here if anybody wants to say hi to her.
Oh, hi, son.
Hi, son.
Hi, John.
If they do a 7 days mod where you can do Mangina, then yeah.
Well, now you're gonna have to come over here and read all the hellos while Frosted's trying to do his outro.
Hi, Brandon. Hi, Ball Potato.
So
Let's see.
Hi, my car.
Terry is on Quippers United for the next week.
Hi, Keisha.
He's on Hammers Minions Nights. He's
I
on
pissed off
You- and you thought shilling for Terry was difficult before.
he's
All
on
right,
six he's on 6 silver streams. Let's see.
He started to talk fast so he can get in between.
He's on Games with Terry with Jack. Do you have like a set schedule for that yet, or?
Well, in the interim, I'm gonna be doing games with Terry in the regular Quipper slot.
All right.
Yeah, some of those that you have done actually look kind of neat, even though they're my god, holy retro. I've seen some of those that
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that last one that you played, it looked, the animation style and everything was almost like King's Quest 7.
Oh yeah. By the way, the company that made that game actually gave a like and retweeted our tweet and
Really?
commented on the
Nice.
video. Yeah.
Awesome.
That
Even though we were shitting on it at the start of the stream.
Well, if you ever do the old King's Quest series, I'll definitely give that a watch. I always loved all of them.
I have bad
I
news.
especially
Moon.
love the 6th one.
Oh, sixth one was my favorite, and then the fourth one after that was also my second favorite.
Look out,
Dude,
Gran!
Te-
It's a poisonous snake.
Yeah. I mean, the King's Quest games are only good if you've got a walkthrough. Otherwise, you break the game. And
We'll talk about this later.
Oh yes, well, that's right. Outro, got it.
Yeah. All right. 6. Anything you'd like to shill?
I am damn near done with the last spelling and grammar check, and pretty much after that, it's the formatting, finishing up the front part of the book that has the picture and the words. That part.
the cover.
And then the cover.
Yeah, that thing.
I know you shouldn't. I know you shouldn't judge a book by it, but you should at least have one.
And I will. As soon as that's done, it's gonna be available for anybody to buy.
If you need help with the proofreading, I know someone named Mercy who.
Perfect editor. Perfect editor.
No.
The next 6 Annis.
Hey,
All right. Well, let's see. I think we should be back next week at the usual time, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So
Yep.
we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely.
bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Take it easy.